Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and I hope you're having an amazing day. My name is Corina. For those of you who might be new here, welcome. Today I want to talk to you guys about how to come back from a financial or otherwise setback. So, that's a loaded topic. Let's get into it. Alright friends, so today I want to share with you 4 tips that I have for coming back from a financial setback or even just an emotional setback that has kind of trickled into your finances. I really think that these tips and strategies can be applied to whenever you might feel that you have maybe fallen behind on a goal, or you just kind of feel like you're in a rut, or that you're just a little bit down on yourself. So, for those of you who are not aware, my husband and I had kind of a challenging month in February. I alluded to it a little bit. I shared with you guys like a couple of things I know in our journey in what happened in February, but looking back at the month, we really went through a lot. And going into March, I was really just feeling like, just like a general kind of you know, and just not feeling like myself. I faced a couple of tough things, like just from personal, like friendship perspective. My husband and I just went through some stuff together that was not so fun, and it kind of just all added up to be like sort of a tough month, like a challenging month. And so even though we did have some financial wins in getting closer to our goals, I really wasn't focusing on those wins. I was kind of more stuck in the fact that we'd hit all these bumps in the road and just like the emotional energy that it takes to kind of get over each different bump that you run into. So just to let you guys know, the things that my husband and I were dealing with throughout February, his car window got broken into, so we had to get that repaired and replaced. I then backed our car up into a part of our house, and so we had to get that fixed. And then my car, as I was coming up the driveway one night, died in the middle of the driveway like 3 times. So my husband and my stepdad had to fix that. So not only is like that kind of stuff just like emotionally draining, it's obviously financially as well, or it can be. And so we really had our finances pulled in a lot of different directions this month, and just kind of doing a lot of things that are out of the norm for us. So it felt like, oh my gosh, like, yeah, we're getting ahead. Okay, wait, this happened, and then this happened, and then this happened. Seriously? And then, like I said, I just kind of went through a couple of personal things also that were just really not fun. And so all of those things added up to just kind of putting me in a funk going into the month of March. And I honestly, personally, I'm pretty open about this, but it's still like kind of embarrassing to admit, but shopping is my therapy. And I know people say like, oh, retail therapy, you know, it's kind of a joke, but like literally for me it is. It's how I cope with things when I'm feeling stressed out, or when I'm feeling you know, any kind of like anxiety, or when I'm dealing with hard things. It just gives me such a release to just purchase more items. I don't know what it is. And so it's something that I've dealt with for a really long time, and especially in our financial journey, and really paying attention to that has been pretty tough. So going into March, I've just kind of gone back into some old habits that I'm not super happy with, and I'm trying to like break myself of those things. So which brings me to today's video, because I feel like I'm turning the corner and I want to share with you guys the things that I've done in order to get to this place. Now, this is probably more so for the type of person that I am. I'm a type A personality, so I like things very particular. I also like, I'm pretty much a perfectionist when it comes to a lot of different areas. So when I feel like I'm not, living up to the standards that I set for myself, it's really difficult for me. And that's how I felt in this month and with the things that have gone on. So the first tip is to get it out, to talk about it. I believe that it's very healthy to discuss your emotions, to discuss what it is that you're going through, what you're feeling, and even the choices that you've made that you're not super happy with. Get those things out. If you don't have a spouse, like I do, go to an accountability partner, talk to your mom, talk to your best friend, talk to, you know, a coworker, whoever it is that's keeping you accountable and kind of helping you along in your journey, whether it's financially or just otherwise. Reach out to them and just sit down and have a heart-to-heart. I had to do that. And, you know, I just shared kind of what I was feeling, not only with my husband and kind of, you know, where we were at, but also with my mom. And she's totally like my go-to source of just like, you know, spilling things out sometimes, because sometimes, you know, it's a little tough for the hubbies to sit through all that. But like, as women, like, we're there to be like, yes, I understand. Whereas husbands are more fixers. Like, they want to just, you know, give us a solution. And sometimes we just need to like spill out all the stuff. So I go to my mom as well as my husband in these moments. But I encourage you to get it out, to talk to someone. Don't keep it in, because honestly, that is where shame lives. And that's where shame really builds, is when we keep things in, and when we've convinced ourselves that we're the only one who deals with this, that we're the only one going through this at this moment, that we alone can find the solution and to help ourselves. That's when the shame just piles on. So you want to get it out and get it out in the open. That way the shame doesn't have a chance to build up within yourself, and you don't have a chance to build on that negative self-talk. So tip number 2 is to get back to your why. Why are you on this journey? For us, my husband and I, we are on a journey to get out of debt. It's taken way longer than ever anticipated, I think. And honestly, it's just draining. It is draining to be constantly in this place, but every time I feel drained and every time I feel frustrated, I just have to go back to my why. And my husband is constantly reminding me of that. It's so great that he has really jumped on board and is very fully invested a little bit later in our journey, because his why is so fresh. And so I get energy off of that and off of seeing his emotion, his excitement for our why together as a family. So the third tip is to go back to what it is that you've already achieved. You have not arrived to this place by happenstance, right? You've arrived to this place by doing things systematically, following a system, being methodical, being intentional. You've already achieved so many things if you just think back on your journey. So really, instead of thinking, oh my gosh, I'm down in the dumps, like I'm never gonna get there, think back to where it was that you started, and where it is that you're going is really not that much further ahead, you know, because honestly, the hardest part of any journey is just starting. So if you're already here, you've already started, you've walked through so many hard things already. You either get to stop, right, and not get to the fulfillment of your goal, or you just keep pushing on and do a few more hard things and you're there. That's at least the choice, the place that my husband and I are in right now, is we just have to push through a few more hard things, a few more hard months, and it's gonna be so worth it. But looking back to where we started, it's literally mind-blowing, and that motivates me every single time. And the fourth tip that I have to share with you guys is to set new goals. I am very much a visionary person, and a visual person I should say, and so I love to have my goals written down. I love to be able to see them constantly and consistently, and to just remind myself of them. The Bible tells us that without vision, the people will perish. So if we don't know what it is that we're working towards, we will literally die away like inside of ourselves, right? We don't have a zest for life. We don't have a reason to continue. We have to keep a vision fresh and a vision in our forefront, right? We have to keep that perspective fresh and just allow it to energize us, because that is what keeps us alive, keeps us ticking, and keeps us motivated. So guys, those are the tips I have to share with you today as far as how to get yourself out of a rut, or what to do when you feel like you've hit financial setbacks. I hope this video has been helpful. I would love to know one thing that you do in a comment down below when you feel that you've gotten to this place and you're just feeling kind of blah about life. Let me know in a comment down below, and I hope you're having a great day. Thanks, friends. Talk to you soon.